Hey there everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Switch Report. Today I'm coming at you with a bit of an interesting video. So yesterday I did some pickups, and today I'm going to be doing a fairly long video, but it's going to be a lot of fun, especially if you enjoy collecting for the Nintendo Switch. And I'm asked on the daily basis how many Switch games I actually own. And the answer to that is I want to say right around 500, probably a little more than 500. Now that does include digital games, but I own a massive amount of physical games as well. I am really close to a complete physical US collection for the Switch, even though I do own a few imported titles, and I am actually ordering more imported titles right now. But I'm only going to be going for a complete US release collection for the Nintendo Switch, but this will actually help you if you're looking to actually complete a physical collection, and it'll also be good for me for insurance purposes. So I'm going to be going each and every single game, and I'll be going through them really quick. And I'll probably spend no more than 15-20 seconds per game, just giving you a quick description, whether it's good or not, whether you should actually check it out. And it's going to be really wild, guys. There are a lot of games here, and I'm just surrounded by a mountain of stuff that could get tipped over. So I have some pretty big anxiety right now. But let's go and hop right in. And the first game is actually one that I picked up today that actually got delivered in the mail right before this video, which is Rico. This is a first-person shooter that's a co-op tactical-based shooter. It's got a nice cel-shaded style. I haven't gotten to play it yet because it literally got here right before the video started. But that is one right there. The next game is another game that I picked up very recently. It is RBI Baseball 19. I don't recommend getting any of these games. These games are just generally not very good, and apparently they've been getting worse and worse with each iteration. I hear this one may be okay. It's kind of in the mediocre range. But that is another one. That is 2 down. Alright, next one is Rapala Pro Bass Fishing. So this is an interesting one. I don't like fishing games. I literally just bought this because it's another Switch release, and it was really cheap. It was like 10 bucks. Alright, so the next one is actually one that I really love, and I loved this game for a long time, and I'm glad that they came out with this cool physical release. So this is Flashback 25th Anniversary Edition. There are not that many that were made of this. I want to say there were 10,000, and each one comes with a metal card that actually says what number you got inside of the collection. Really cool. It's only like 40 bucks, and I believe they're still available on Amazon. So pick that up if you really want that. That is a really cool one that I enjoy. Alright, so the next one is Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek. So this is the sequel to Hello Neighbor. Not very good, honestly. It's pretty cool to have like these stealthy first-person games on the Switch. It does have cool elements, but all in all, it's very clunky, and it's not something I would recommend unless you can get it on a steep sell. Next game is a pretty bad game called MXGP3. Just terrible frame rate. This is a new copy. I do own the game digitally, but this is a brand new copy. You can get it for about 15 bucks used. If you like a motorcycle game and you just haven't found a decent motorcycle fix, then get it. If it's any higher than 15, I probably wouldn't get it because it's not very good. Alright, so that is 6 games down, and we're going to just keep on rolling. We got Batman the Telltale series. Now, unfortunately, we won't get any more of the Batman games on the Switch, physically at least, because of Telltale being shut down, but really cool game. This game is really awesome. I wish we saw more of this game. It's unfortunate that Telltale is gone now, and we won't get to see this future iteration of Batman, because this had some really cool plot twists. If you like a good Batman game, this game I've seen for about 15 to 20 bucks used. Definitely pick it up if you're into comic books. Alright, so the next game is a classic. It is Monopoly for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this is not my favorite game, honestly. I think it's cool that it's Monopoly, and it does have some fun bits about it. It's one of those things that I would play with a friend maybe 2 or 3 times, and then I'm probably never going to play it again because it's almost more fun to play the actual board game. But there's that. It's okay if you just need a party game and you need like a wide selection of party games. Pick it up. It's only, I've seen it on sale new for $20, and I've seen it as low as $10 used. Alright, so that is a whopping 8 games so far. So, the 9th one is Musinks. This is a rhythm-based game, and it is brutal, honestly. I'm not very good at rhythm games anyways, but this game can get incredibly brutal. It has continuous free updates, and they've actually updated it quite a bit since release. It's pretty cool if you like rhythm games. So, number 10 is Fate Extella, the Umbral Star. I really like this one mainly because it has a physical manual inside of there, which is pretty rare for Switch games. And it's kind of a warrior style game. I generally don't like those, but I have gotten into this one quite a bit, honestly. It does have a cool relationship mechanic with each character. Alright, so number 11 is Mega Man X Collection. And this comes with the first collection on the cartridge, and then the second game is a download code, which is unfortunate, but it's still pretty cool. This is a really good collection that is fairly cheap. You can get it for about 30 bucks brand new on sale, which is a really good price. You don't want to get this used unless you just want Mega Man X through 4. But yeah, it's pretty fun, and I really, really dig this collection. Anything Capcom puts out, I'm pretty much going to buy. I mean, anything physical on the Switch, I'm going to buy anyway. But that's pretty cool, especially for 30 bucks. Alright, number 12 is going to be Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. So this is pretty neat. This is the collection of all 3 Crash Bandicoot games from the PS1, completely remastered. The game's not in there right now because it's actually in my Switch carrying case. I really enjoy these games, so I like to play them pretty consistently. It's a lot of fun. If you enjoyed Crash Bandicoot and you don't remember how brutal these games are, they are absolutely insane. They can be crazy difficult. It's a lot of fun, and I really hope that they're bringing that Spyro collection over. But this is about $30 used, and it's totally worth it. Honestly, I really, really, really enjoy this. Alright, so number 13 is WWE 2K18. Terrible, don't get it. Alright, number 14 is Golf Story. Fantastic golfing RPG that everyone should check out. And it's going to be part of a giveaway here very, very soon. So feel free to check it out. And it's a lot of fun. You can get this physically for used. I've seen some eBay copies go for right around 20 bucks. This is a limited run game, so who knows how that price can fluctuate. But a lot of fun, whether you pick it up digitally or physically. A lot of fun. Alright, so number 15 is Aquamoto Racing. This is not a very good game. I wanted it to be a lot like the replacement for Wave Racer. It has some fun moments, but all in all has a very, very choppy frame rate. Next game is number 16, Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition. This game is awesome, guys. If you ever played the original Mutant Football League on the Sega Genesis, it's just like that, and it's a remake. It is amazing. Definitely check it out. A lot of variation, a lot of replayability to it, and it runs really well and looks really good on the Switch. Alright, number 17, guys, is Bayonetta 2. This also comes with a download code for Bayonetta 1, so it's one of those games I would definitely recommend picking up brand new. And we're getting Bayonetta 3 hopefully this year on the Nintendo Switch, and this game is absolutely phenomenal. I put it up there in the pantheon of the best hack and slash games. It is phenomenal. Alright, so this is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I actually own Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, but I only opened this one, and this game is pretty good. I kind of find it like a diet Pokemon game, but it still has a lot of meat to its bones. If you enjoyed Pokemon Let's Go and you've kind of been intimidated by getting into the Pokemon series, then check this out. This is a much easier one to digest, and it can hold your hand all the way up until you can actually get into Pokemon Sword and Shield when those come out later this year. You can pick this up for about $40 used, and I do recommend it. The next game is Nintendo Labo. This is Toy-Con Kit 2. I have literally not even opened this game. I haven't even touched the cardboard. I think Labo is a cool idea, but honestly, I suck at building Legos, and folding cardboard, I am just as bad at. I did the fishing rod one and haven't touched any more of them, but I still think Labo is a cool idea, and I'll probably buy even more of them. So there's that one. It's really weird how those have a black spine though, because they really do kind of stick out like a sore thumb in a collection. Alright, so the next one is Blade Strangers. This is a sealed copy. I actually own 2 of these games, and I own 2 of every Nicholas game, but this is a really cool indie-based fighter that I wish had a little more depth, but it's a lot of fun. If you need a quick and easy pickup arcade-style fighting game, it's pretty awesome, honestly, and it has some really cool goodies inside. Every one comes with a different keychain of a different indie character, but the best part of this, by far, is the fact that you can play as Shovel Knight, and he's just like this hulking, like, just super beefcake inside of this game, and it's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, definitely check this out. You can pick it up for right around 30, I think it's 35 brand new right now, and you can also pick it up used for right at about 30 to 25. I'd pick it up new just because of the goodies. Alright, so the next one is Splatoon 2. This is a fantastic shooter that is actually by Nintendo, and your objective is to cover the area in paint. I mean, honestly, if you haven't played Splatoon 2, you should definitely check it out. Lots of content has been added to the game over time. They've just recently quit adding content to the game, but it's still a lot of fun, and they still do weekly challenges. So, really, really cool. Alright, next game is Salt and Sanctuary. So this one's really neat. It's kind of like a 2D Dark Souls game. It's really, really difficult, but I like the art in it, and it comes with some really cool goodies. I actually saved the wrapping just because of the sticker, but it comes with a art book and a map of the game, so that's really, really neat, and you can get this for about $30 brand new, or right at about $22 used. But I would definitely pick this up brand new just because of those goodies. I really like physical goodies inside of Switch games. So there's that. And then next game is Lego Worlds. Don't get this game, guys. Honestly, I wanted it to be way better than it was, but on the Switch at least, they actually have added updates that have made it worse over time. And it's really, really weird, because normally, like, Traveler's Tale does a really good job with the optimization on the Lego games, but not so much with this one. I wish it had more. I thought it was going to be like a really easy, more child-friendly pick up and play Minecraft style game with Legos, which is really cool. And I wish they had this idea that they showed inside of a video once where you could actually take your phone and scan in your Lego models that you build in real life, and they would actually import into the game. That would have been a brilliant idea. I hate that they never went with that, because it would have made Lego Dimensions like way better to not have to have all these figures, but you could actually build anything you want and scan it into the game. So there's that. And then the next one is Sports Party. This is actually by Magic Pockets, and this is an interesting, just little party game. It's okay, honestly. It's published by Ubisoft. It kind of spills that Wii Sports thing. I mean, it has skateboarding, frisbee, beach tennis, jet skiing, golf, basketball. So you got plenty of little summer games right there. It's really fun to pick up and play with friends. You can get this on sale for about brand new for $20. So not bad if you want a party game. Next game is Payday 2. Don't get this, no updates, and it's a cool shooter, but they just never updated it, and the online community is dead. Okay, so the next game is Touhou Genzo Wanderer Reloaded. This is an RPG. It's really cool. It's pretty quirky. All the Touhou series, if you're familiar with it, are pretty quirky, and it's a decent amount of fun. It's something you could play anywhere. You don't necessarily have to play it on Switch, but it does aid very well with it being a pretty easy pick up and play RPG. It's got about a campaign that lasts roughly 60 to 70 hours, which is pretty long. It's in this old school 8-bit style RPG, but a lot of fun. If you like RPGs, check this out. It's one that I don't see very often, so you may want to get it while you can. Next game is Brawlout. So this is a knockoff Smash Brothers, but it's actually really solid. It's kind of like Smash Brothers meets different indie game characters over time. They launched with Rico from Guacamelee, and no, not Rico, Juan from Guacamelee. But it's a lot of fun, and they're about to add Hyperlight Drifter into there, and I think they also added Yuka and Laylee from Yooka-Laylee inside of there, so that's really cool, and they continue to do updates. It's really fun, pretty solid. When I was playing it online, it did have some issues with online infrastructure, but I still really, really enjoy it. It's about $20, so not very bad, even especially for physical. This is Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2. These are all 10 Mega Man games, and you have 7, 8, 9, and 10 that are all on a download code, and then the rest of them, 1 through 6, are actually on a physical cartridge. This is one of those games I would recommend picking up brand new. It's Mega Man. If you haven't played it, it's probably not your cup of tea if you don't know what Mega Man is, but Mega Man is a 2D platformer that is pretty hard, honestly. It takes a lot of skill. It has a huge speedrunning community, and if you enjoy it, I mean, check it out. Definitely get it new, though. You can get it new for right around, I've seen it on sale for $30. Next game is The End Is Nigh. So this is a game that's actually from the same creator that did The Binding of Isaac, and it's really cool. It's a brutal, kind of Super Meat Boy-esque style platformer. It has a lot of attitude, but it has a really, really funny sense of humor. The trailer for this game is what really spoke to me. It was so hilarious. Definitely check out that trailer. I swear to God, that trailer alone will sell you on this game. A lot of fun, really hard, and it also comes with some goodies. This one actually came with a manual and a little squishy of the main character. So I definitely dig that. If you can get one of the first print copies that come with these, definitely get that. So next game is Shantae Half Genie Hero. If you've never played Shantae, fantastic 2D platformer series. It's actually by Way Forward, and they make phenomenal games. Literally, they make some of the best platformers that have ever been created, in my opinion. They are amazing. Next game is Disgaea 1 Complete. So this is actually a remake of the first Disgaea game, and to my knowledge, they're actually going to be remaking all of these games, and it's really cool if we get the entire series on the Switch. I'll really love that. This actually comes with just a little bit of paperwork inside, but the artwork to this game is just great. All these games have amazing little artwork, and I just really, really love it. Super Beat Sonic is our next one, and it is a rhythm game. Honestly, I haven't played it, so I couldn't tell you a whole lot about it. Next game is Katamari Damacy Reroll. This is a fantastic game, and you can pick it up relatively cheap. It was a GameStop exclusive, but you can also pick it up on Amazon and stuff used. You can get it $30 brand new, or you can pick it up for, I believe, like 20 to 22 online, depending on where you're looking. Great game, though. You play as a little character where you just roll up a big ball of junk, and it just continues to grow. It's pretty awesome and very satisfying. Next game is Fire Emblem Warriors. So this is a Dynasty Warrior style game. I don't generally get into these, but I absolutely love Fire Emblem, so I had to check it out. It does have some cool moments, but it is still a Warriors game, and thus I never ended up beating it. I got about halfway through, maybe a little over halfway, and I just kind of put it down. But if you like Warriors games, it's pretty solid. It has great animation. Next game is Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. This is a fantastic game. It's brutally hard. There's tons of content. If you played Monster Hunter World, that is kind of like a different style of Monster Hunter. This is more traditional. This one is a lot more challenging than that is. This game is absolutely brutal, and you have a lot of different mechanics, and it does not hold your hand nearly as much, but it has tons and tons and tons of content. I have never successfully beaten a Monster Hunter game, but I love to pick up and play them. Like, sometimes I'll just feel like I want to play this huge, almost Shadow of the Colossus style hunting game, and I'll just pick this game up, and I absolutely love playing it. Next game is Little Dragon Cafe. This is from the original developer that ended up doing the Harvest Moon series, and this is really cool. It's really cute. It has a fantastic art style, very, very kid-friendly, and I really can't wait to see what his studio does next, because this game was a lot of fun. As you end up cooking and getting all these ingredients out in the wild, you also end up like taking care of this dragon from all the way from birth until he's fully grown, and it's absolutely amazing, and I really love this game. It does have its issues, but I really, really enjoyed it. Next game is another copy of End Is Nigh. Again, I have 2 copies of pretty much every Nicholas game because one to play, one to stay is my saying. Next game is Poi. This is the Explorer Edition. This is a really, really cheap, easily gettable game. This game is like $10 used. I've seen it some places for $6. It's a lot of fun, and it's a really cool platformer. A lot of people kind of brush it off because of the way the art style looks. It's not the greatest looking art style, but in action, it's actually a really fun game, and it pays homage to a lot of different collectathons. Really fun if you're looking for a good platformer. Next game is The World Ends With You Remix. Fantastic game with a criminally just rushed port. And I hate it because they were saying that the sales of this port would determine if they make a sequel, and honestly, I don't know how it's sold. I don't think that it sold very well here in the US. I don't know how it sold worldwide, but I wish it would have been a better port because this is an amazing game that deserves to be played by everyone. But unfortunately, unless you like playing in a handheld, do not get this game. Next game is I Am Setsuna. It still has the price tag on it, but this is actually an import title, and it's a lot of fun. You can get this game digitally. It still is in English, like if you actually end up playing the game. This one is, I can't remember if this was a custom case or what, but it may just be an import title, but it's really cool. I love this game. I really, really love this game. It's from Tokyo RPG Factory, which is a division of Square Enix that focuses on making homages to the original RPGs. So it's very almost Chrono Trigger-esque in the way that it plays, and I really, really love this game. Check it out. You can get it for like on sale. I've seen it for like $20. The physical version is a little more. It just costs a lot, honestly. I've seen it go anywhere from between as low as 40 up to like 120, so it can be pretty pricey. Next game is God Wars, the Complete Edition. Have not played this. I hear it is an awesome RPG. It's a strategy RPG, and I really like those strategy RPGs like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff like that, and Ogre Battle, and I've heard a lot of good things about this game. Have not tried it yet though. It has some really gorgeous art though. Next game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I believe this is the best Mario Kart that's ever been made, and I loved Double Dash, and that was my favorite until I just lost my life to this game. I think that this game is absolutely solid and just surpasses every one of those in different ways. Next game is Mega Man 11, and this is a fantastic return to form for Mega Man, and I was really skeptical when I first saw this, especially after Mighty No. 9, which was just the absolute turd that it was. And this game is actually really, really awesome. The art style isn't for everyone, but honestly, in motion, this game looks absolutely amazing. The Tundra level of this game has an amazing soundtrack, and there are different stages in this game that just have great soundtracks. Some of the soundtrack is not on the same level as the other Mega Man games because Mega Man has great music, but solid gameplay, really good return to form, and I love it. I can't wait to see if they make a new X game. Next game is Doom. If you haven't played Doom, I mean, the people that ported this game, Panic Button, has done an absolutely fantastic job of porting over every single Switch game with just this attention to detail and love and care, and it is absolutely phenomenal. This is a very fast-paced shooter, and it is very gory, but it is a lot of fun. And if you are doubtful that this game will play well on the Switch, don't worry. Panic Button does an excellent job with every single game they port over, and every one that they continue to port is better than the last, and it's crazy. They did this game, Wolfenstein New Colossus, and Warframe. I can't wait to see what they do next. Next game is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This is a fantastic, just came out of nowhere game. I mean, it was alluded to through leaks and everything, but I did not expect this game to be nearly as good as it is, and it is just crazy. This game has no right to be as great as it is, but it is phenomenal and has a lot of content, very long. It can actually get pretty challenging. It is a strategy XCOM style Mario plus Rabbids mix-up game, and it is absolutely crazy and a lot of fun. Super, super gorgeous. Next game is a limited run game. This is Kingdom New Lands, and this is a lot of fun. This is a really cool game. It has a gorgeous art style, and pretty much it's a kind of a strategy war RPG, but it's kind of unique in the way that it does its mechanics. I can't really explain it right now, but it's really, really cool, and you'll probably see a video about this later. Oceanhorn. This is a fantastic game that pays homage to games like Zelda Wind Waker and like Zelda Link to the Past. It is really a lot of fun, really gorgeous art style. It came from mobile, and honestly, you couldn't really tell when you're playing. It looks just like a gorgeous little indie game that's paying homage to all these fantastic games. Next game is Thimbleweed Park. Fantastic point and click that I think everyone should play. It's from the same people that made Maniac Mansion, which is my favorite point and click of all time. So I definitely had to pick this up. This is another limited run title, but it's a lot of fun, and you can still snag this digitally. And on physical, it doesn't seem like it's gone up very much last time I checked. So if you can, if you really like picking up physical, get this game. It is absolutely phenomenal. Next game is another copy of Golf Story. Alright, so the next game is Fury. This is a absolutely brutal hack and slash game that is it's a boss rush. There's no actual enemies, it's all boss rush, and in between the bosses you actually get these cool cinematic shots as you get these different narrations, and you just get these conversations between the main character and a helping hand, I'll say that. It's pretty cool. I love this game, but man, it is so frustrating. No joke, I beat the game, and immediately when credits rolled, I just deleted the game because I was like, oh, I'm done. But I will eventually go back and play this game again. I love it, but it is so... oh, it's so frustrating to play, guys. So get that if you enjoy hack and slash games and a big challenge. Next game is Night Trap. This is not necessarily a very good game, but I got this. It's from Limited Run Games, and it's okay. It's not like some amazing game. It's just very quirky. It was an old FMV game they just did a re-release of, and the importance of this game is the fact that Nintendo initially said it would never be on a Nintendo console. So there's that. That's really cool. Get that if you just want to play an old school FMV game. Next game is Scribblenauts Showdown. This is a game I wanted to be a lot better than it is. Unless you can get this game for around $10 to $15, I wouldn't check it out. It's only good for if you're looking to do party mode. It's not good for any single player. The next game is Slime Son, and this is a really cool game that I don't think has gotten enough attention. It came out and it just kind of got lost beneath everything. It's a limited run game, so it has a trading card and has a little manual right there, but it's a lot of fun. It's a platformer, and it looks almost kind of like this Game Boy / Virtual Boy style, like pixel art, the way that it moves and everything, but it's a lot of fun, and if you enjoy platformers, check it out. Next game is Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana. This one comes with quite a few little goodies. It comes with some collector cards and then a poster with a map, and it's really cool. Excellent, excellent hack and slash RPG. This game is pretty much in a class of its own as far as RPGs go on the Switch, and I really, really enjoy it. Definitely check it out if you're into JRPGs. Next game is SNK Heroines. Honestly, not a fantastic fighting game. I wanted it to be a lot better, but it does have a cool compilation of making different usual male characters into females and just bringing over a bunch of the girls and technically males made females from the SNK universe. A lot of fun. Definitely check it out if you're into fighters. You can get it for about $20 new. Next game is Troll and I. Don't buy this game. It's absolutely terrible. Next game is Sonic Forces, and this game is a game that should have been a lot better than it was, especially with such a big follow-up to Sonic Mania. That was a fantastic game, and this game just needed to be a lot better than it was. It is still okay. If you can pick it up for probably $15, I'd say that's a steal. Alright, so the next game is Rhyme. This is a gorgeous, absolutely stunning game that is by Tequila Works. And it comes with a nice little concept art book that also shows fan art by different people that have played the game off of PC and other platforms. But I really like this game. It came out and it had issues with running and resolution and pop-in and stuff, but they fixed that over time. And it's actually a fantastic and solid game now with a great touching story that doesn't even need to use words to tell you. Bam. Next game is Galgun. This game's perverted. Next game is Super Mario Party. This is a Mario Party I wanted to be absolutely amazing, and it literally just wasn't. It's a lot of fun for what it has, but it needs more content, and they were supposed to add more boards over time, but they just haven't yet. And they really need to hop on that train because this game, I'm sure, as far as people playing online, is probably dead by now. but you could still update it and people would come back and play this. It still sells fairly well, so I don't see why they wouldn't add DLC to it. Next game is My Hero One's Justice. This is actually a surprise game for me because I bought this game not expecting a whole ton, and man, I got super excited over playing this game. It runs amazing, looks great, has great environmental destruction, and it's almost got this Power Stone-y arcade fighter feel. It's a 3D brawler that is just absolutely amazing. You're in this arena that can just totally be destroyed, and all these characters have ridiculous moves. It runs very well. You can get that one probably like $30 used now. It's a lot of fun though. LA Noire, fantastic Rockstar game that was unfortunate because it was caught up into development hell, and it was made by Team Bondi. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't checked it out, unfortunately it does require an SD card, which most people should have an SD card by now, but it's a lot of fun and tells a really good story, and it runs fairly well on the Switch. Next game is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This is an absolute gem of a game. I think everyone should check this out. It's not your general like Mario based game. It has these cool little puzzles that were actually based around the ones that were inside of Super Mario 3D World, but it's a lot of fun. Definitely check this out. You can be picked up for about $30 used, or you can pick it up for $40 brand new. Alright, next game is Atelier, Leidy and Suel. And I wanted this game to be a lot better than it was. I love the Atelier games, but as the last time that I played it, it actually had some performance issues and a few too many performance issues for me to actually recommend. Next game is Resident Evil Revelations Collection. This is one of those games that I would definitely pick up brand new because all the actual second game is on a download code. The first game is the only thing that is on the cartridge, but it's a lot of fun. These games are absolutely phenomenal. They're kind of a return to form for the Resident Evil games, and I think they're a lot of fun. And they're entirely co-op too, which is pretty important, especially for the Switch. Next game is going to be Gal Metal. This is a game I haven't played, but it looks pretty cool, and it has a foil front. Though it has a deceiving inside. I have seen, it says rad metal stickers, and I thought it was going to mean like, hey, I'm getting metal stickers, like aluminum. That would be pretty awesome. But it just means metal as in like metal music. Next thing is Travis Strikes Back, No More Heroes. And this game, I wanted to be way better than it was. Honestly, it seems like a pretty quick, kind of like something they just needed to make cash so they could make the next game, which I understand, but I would have preferred like a better approach to it. Like you could have made this more of a third-person hack and slash game rather than a top-down hack and slash. It just seems a little rushed. Next game is Lego The Incredibles. This is actually a surprise game for me because I don't expect much going into Lego games. I know they're really fun games, but a lot of them are very much cookie cutter formula, and I actually really enjoyed this game. Had a lot of cool power-ups, and I've been trying to get my girlfriend to play it yet. We haven't gotten around to playing it yet, but I think she'll really enjoy it as well. If you have anyone to play with, all these Lego games have great co-op modes. Minus Lego Worlds. Next game is Go Vacation, and this is a really cool collection of a bunch of different mini games. I think it's got like 50 mini games you can play inside of it, and it's a lot of fun, guys. Definitely check it out if you're looking for a party game. You can pick this up for about $40 brand new, or for, I've seen it as low as $27 used. Next game is All-Star Fruit Racing. This is a really cool Mario Kart based game. You definitely have to update it before you play it. I tried to play it before the patches and it was god awful. But after the patches, it's actually a pretty competent little kart racer. You can pick it up brand new at certain GameStops for about $25, and it's definitely worth that price of entry. Though I will say I don't think it stacks up to anything like Mario Kart 8. But if you're looking for something a little bit different, definitely check it out. Next game is Gear Club Unlimited. This is a mobile port of a racing game, and it is a good step forward, but the next one isn't releasing on mobile, and I'm looking much more forward to that. That is a GameStop only game, so if you're looking for that, maybe you want to check your GameStop. Those games can sell out pretty quick. Next game is Just Dance 2017. It's a Just Dance game. Next game is Wild Guns Reloaded. This is a absolutely brutal Super Nintendo game that was re-released, and it's a lot of fun. And it's really funny because this variant Oh, this is actually a sealed copy. I have 2 copies of this, but certain copies of this actually have the same Gal gun insert inside of it. It's pretty funny. That's a lot of fun, though. You can pick it up for like $20 brand new. So, not bad at all. Next game is Lego Ninjago. Haven't played it, couldn't tell you what it is. Next game is Bendy and the Ink Machine. This is a very unique first-person horror game that I really think that you should check out, and it's a GameStop-only game, so I'd probably try to pick it up pretty soon. We're going to start speeding up a little bit, guys. So, the Atari Flashback Collection. This is a collection of a bunch of Atari games. If you like Atari games, that's good for you. If you don't, I mean, it's probably not your cup of tea. You can pick it up for about $30 brand new. Next game is Party Planet. This is supposed to be a collection of party games, and it's pretty bad, but it's exclusive to GameStop, so you may want to check it out if you need it. Alright, so we have Legendary Fishing. This is a game that I haven't played, and I'm probably not going to play. Next game is SteamWorld Dig. 2 fantastic games. All the SteamWorld games are absolutely amazing. Definitely check them out. This game is just in a league of its own. If you haven't checked it out, definitely get it. Alright, next game is Valkyria Chronicles 4. These are fantastic turn-based RPGs that have a kind of XCOM mechanic to it, where you'll actually physically aim and move your character around, and it's a lot of fun. Great narrative, great story. This one's kind of on the shorter side for the series, but I really enjoyed it. Next game is Bit Trip Runner 3. So this is a really cool game. It has some pretty cool goodies inside. It has a like Captain something, whatever his name is. The main runner inside of the game comes with a keychain that's a flashlight of him, a soundtrack, a manual, and the game itself. It's pretty cool. It has nice little art style. It does not please everyone, but it's an endless runner that does actually like have missions that you can complete inside of it. It's pretty cool. Also, Charles Martinet voices the narrator in this, so that's pretty neat. Next game is Knights of Azure 2. This is a really cool hack and slash game. Not a lot of people check it out, but it's really cool. It's published by Koei Tecmo, which it made me think that it was going to be a lot like Dynasty Warriors, and in combat it kind of is, but it has much more of a narration focus on it. Next game is Cars 3 Driven to Win, a surprisingly competent racing game that you may want to check out, especially if you have kids. It's a lot of fun. It can do up to 4-player split screen, so that's really cool. Next game is Victor Vran Overkill Edition. If you've played Diablo and you beat that, well, definitely check this out. Plus, there's a Motorhead DLC. Next game is Dead Cells. This game is absolutely amazing. My friend over at Limited Beard Gaming has been playing this game, and he loves it. I love it. It's really cool. Great Metroidvania game. Super satisfying to play, and definitely check it out if you're in for a really cool challenge and like a really cool art style. Next game is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This is a really cool, beautiful game. I've talked about it before. Definitely check it out if you enjoy platformers. Comes with some cool little goodies on the inside with a manual and 2 sticker sheets. Next game is Axiom Verge. I absolutely love this game. It's unfortunate the actual unfortunate news that we heard about a few days ago, where I was praising this game for the developers. Actually, the publisher was actually donating a lot of the proceeds to the main developer's child from Thomas Happ, but it turns out that that was all bullshit, and that they are actually apparently taking money from them. That's not the full story. You can read the full story online. It still just is very unfortunate that kid has not gotten the money that he was promised. So that really sucks. Next game is the Banner Saga Trilogy. Fantastic strategy RPG series that you should definitely check out. Very long. There's 3 games inside of this collection. I will say some of them are actually on voucher codes, but it's really cool. A lot of fun. Definitely check it out. Beautiful art style. It's made by some ex-BioWare developers. Alright, so this is Cat Quest. Cat Quest is actually a fairly competent dungeon crawling game. It has a nice little art style. Not very long, but a lot of fun. That one you can pick up for like $15 brand new, so if you're looking for something just to kill time, it's a great little game for that. Code of Princess EX is a very nice beat-em-up that has a gorgeous art style, amazing soundtrack, and I just really dig this game all in all. It has a cool little amount of goodies that come inside with a physical soundtrack and a art book / manual. Next game is Attack on Titan 2. This is a really cool series, and it's actually got a pretty deep movement system. It's hard to get used to at first, but if you can get used to it, a lot of fun doing the different movement mechanics. Definitely check that out if you're in the series. You can get it for like $30 brand new. Next game is 1-2 Switch, party game, launch title. Next game is another copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Love this game, and that's why I own 2 copies. Next game is Lost Sphere, and this is a very, very solid RPG. This was an online exclusive. Unfortunately, this game has gotten fairly expensive, but it's a lot of fun. It's by the same Tokyo RPG factory that did I Am Setsuna, and it's really a lot of fun. I don't know if it's quite as good as I Am Setsuna, but it does have a really great art style. I'm really looking forward to their next game after this one. Next game is It'll Do 2 Plus. This actually pays homage to a lot of the classic Zelda games, and this actually has a map, the game, and comes with a manual that fell out. A lot of fun, and if you really are looking for a Zelda-esque game, definitely check that one out. Next game is Seldom Drop Connect. Have not played it, couldn't tell you. It's a puzzle drop game, that's all I know. Alright, so Flippin' Death, haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of videos on it. It looks really fun, seems to tell a pretty decent little story. It's from the same people that posted an earlier game on the Nintendo Switch, and the name of it totally escapes me, but really cool art style. Next game is Hello Kitty Kart Cruisers. Absolutely terrible. You shouldn't get this unless you're looking for a complete physical collection. Next game is Trailblazers, which is actually a pretty neat game. It's kind of like, think Wipeout meets Splatoon, where you actually leave a trail of not paint but like colors as you race, and it's pretty fun. I really enjoy it, and it's 4-player split screen, and it runs really, really well after some updates. Next game is Lego City Undercover. This is actually a almost Grand Theft Auto style Lego game that is actually surprisingly solid. It was released on Wii U, and if you really like these games, Lego games, check it out. And if you haven't played a Lego game before, I'd actually recommend this being your first one. It has a lot of cheeky remarks, and it runs really well, and it's got a lot of content. Plus, you can pick it up for like 15 bucks used. Next game is Toho Kabuto Burst Battle V. Haven't played it. It's supposed to be like a mix of a third-person, or like a shoot-'em-up meeting a third-person arena brawler, but haven't played it yet. Next game is Wolfenstein New Colossus. I sing the praises of this game. They did a miracle porting this game. This game has an amazing story that is not afraid to get in your face with very tense subject matter. Next game is The Lost Child. This game is actually from the same developer that did El Shaddai. It is really a lot of fun, and it's a almost Shin Megami Tensei style turn-based RPG that has a first-person dungeon crawling aspect. It's really cool, similar to the Etrian series. Definitely check this out if you're into the Etrian Odyssey games or first-person old-school dungeon crawlers. Next game is Fortnite. This is not a physical cartridge, but it's a physical copy of the game. It's still sealed. It's pretty much just a download code. Next game is Shining Resonance Refrain. So this is actually the one that has the steelbook, and I bought it because it has a steelbook. It's a pretty decent RPG. It was released back on the PS3, but it's nothing really special, guys. Honestly, I wanted it to be a lot better than it was, but it's pretty cool, and if you're just looking for an RPG to pass some time, it's pretty solid. It is a little dated because it was an older PS3 game. Next game is Undertale. This gaming community is absolutely toxic, but the game itself is fairly good. Next game is Diablo Eternal Collection, and this game is a lot of fun to play, and I absolutely love Diablo. If you haven't played it, it's a great dungeon crawling top-down game that's a hack and slash. It is 4-player co-op and a lot of fun, tons of content here. You will easily get invested into this game for well over 200 hours. Next game is Yomawari The Long Night Collection. This is a very disturbing game. Next game is Snow Moto Racing. This is from the same people that did Aqua Moto Racing, and I wish it was a lot better. This one actually runs significantly worse than Aqua Moto Racing. Next game is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. This is really cool. It comes with a collection of, I believe, 12 Street Fighter games, and it's a lot of fun. Street Fighter is amazing. I love it. It has a great anthology inside of it that goes over different like cabinets and decals and concept art of each character, and it's just a lot of fun. Legend of K Anniversary is an underrated platformer that is actually from the PS2, and it's a lot of fun. Has a neat little story. You can pick this up for like 10 to 15 bucks used and like $20 brand new. Check it out. Next game is Max and the Curse of the Brotherhood. This was a really cool game, but unfortunately it has a ton of performance issues on the Switch. Next game is The Longest 5 Minutes. This is a really interesting RPG that I wish lasted longer than it did, and I saw a lot of people bashing it. I don't think it's nearly as bad as everyone says it is. It just is really short, and I wish it delved more into the mechanics that it introduced. Next game is Monopoly Game, the Hasbro Game Night. It has Monopoly, Risk, and Trivial Pursuit. Next game is NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. I only got this because it's a physical game. It's a lot like the NBA Jam series. The first one wasn't amazing. I hear the second one's better. Haven't gotten around to playing it though. I don't play a lot of sports games. Alright, next game is a super rare game. It's Knights of Pen and Paper 1 and 2. This is actually 2 games in 1. And these games are a lot of fun. It's almost like playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons at a table, but the world changes around you as your game does. It's really cool. Next game is Adventure Pals, the Collector's Edition. This is a lot of fun. Great platforming game that is super goofy, but gorgeous art style. Next game is Steriden. This is a classic, absolutely classic shoot 'em up, and it is a lot of fun. It has an art style that doesn't sit well with everyone, but I really enjoyed it. It does present a lot of challenge. It's very similar to games like Truxton and Super R-Type. I actually own 2 copies of that game, but I only put 1 in the stack, I think. This is N++. N++ is actually a game that presents a lot of challenge. It has like over 1,400, it actually says it on the back, I think. Oh, well, the card's covering it, but I think it has like 1,400 levels in it. They're really short burst levels, but a lot of fun to play. Next game is Snake Pass. This is a game that came out close to the Switch's launch, and this is a lot of fun. It's from the same developers that did Banjo-Kazooie, and the same music composer that did Banjo-Kazooie, and it's really a lot of fun. You play Snake that needs to wrap around and collect different items around the world. It's really a lot of fun, and it's actually really graphically impressive. Next game is Worms WMD, and that is a great series. If you haven't played it, I mean, what's wrong with you? The next game is the Mutant Mudds Collection. This is a collection of 3 games that are absolutely stellar, and I think everyone should give them a try. These are all the games I'm currently going through that are in these seals are actually from Super Rare Games. They do great work over there, and I really love everything they put out. I just got their Faerun, and it's out in the mailbox, but you probably won't see it in this video. Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. This is actually one of the most expensive physical editions of a Switch game to get, but a very unique game, and I think that a lot more people should try this game, digitally of course. If you really want this physically, it is going for like $150, $200. Next game is Shelter Generations. This game is fairly unique, and I loved that Super Rare Games actually hooked me up with another copy of this game, because the original copy that I had actually ended up not working, and they were really awesome and sent me a replacement. Next game is The Flame and the Flood. This is a really brutal but really fun survival game where you actually play a girl and her dog that go down a river, and you have to survive getting back to your hometown. It is really a lot of fun. Definitely check it out. It's really gorgeous, great art style. Next game is Human Fall Flat. This is a very goofy physics-based puzzler slash platformer. You can do 2 people, and man, this game is so much fun. Me and my friend Andrew actually played this game and beat it all in the same day. It's not super long, but man, it is mega, mega fun. And just, if you ever played the game Gang Beasts, it's very akin to that, control style-wise. Next game is Super Meat Boy. I gave this game away about a month ago, and this is a fantastic, brutal platformer, but it's very easy to pick up and play, and I really, really love it. You can get that for like $20 right now, brand new, if you can find it. I have seen some people selling it for like $50. Next game is Yooka-Laylee, and this is a great homage to games like Banjo-Kazooie. It's actually by Playtonic, and their actual logo is very similar to Rare's old logo, and it's a lot of fun. It ran okay when it first came out, then they did some updates, and it looks a lot better. Unfortunately, this game has been met with a lot of criticism, but it's not nearly as bad as everyone says it is. I would say check it out if you like collectathons or you enjoyed Banjo-Kazooie. Next game is Fate Extella Link. This is a fairly new game. It came out like 3 days ago, and it is a lot of fun. It's very much a sequel to that Fate Extella game from earlier. Again, same thing. I don't usually like warrior style games, but this one presents just a different flair that I actually can get into. Next game is Mario Odyssey. This game is absolutely fantastic. I think it's better than Mario 64, so bite me. Next game is Caligula Effect Overdose. This game is amazing, and I only say that because I haven't played it, but I love the art style. No, it could be absolutely terrible, guys, but I really like the artwork, and it's kind of been hard to get, so if you're looking for a game, I hear it's very much like Persona. I haven't really played it, but I've seen a lot of gameplay for it. It looks really cool. I actually did have my other copy of Stared In, so that's right there. Next game is Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures. I have spoken about this before. It could have been better. It's very mediocre. Alright, next game is the Child of Light and Valiant Hearts collection. This is really cool. It's exclusive to Best Buy, and both of these games are must-plays. If you haven't tried it, go to your local Best Buy, pick this game up. I was just there today, and it is available. It is a lot of fun, and it's just awesome that you can get both of these great journeys on one cartridge. Next game is Skyrim. I mean, it's the RPG that takes lives. Next game is Battle Chef Brigade. I really enjoy this game. It's kind of a... I just recently started playing it. It's kind of a, like, platformer, puzzler, cooking game, and it's just very unique. Check it out if you're in the mood for something that is just unlike anything else you've ever played. Next game is Dust and Elysian Tale, a platformer with a great story by the developers Humble Hearts, and it has a heavy emphasis on combat, and it excels in that department. Next game is Fallen Legion, and this is a very solid series of games that I haven't played, but reading online, there is a pretty big fan base for this game, and this is actually 2 games in one, and I really want to get around to actually playing it. I started it on the Vita and never finished it. I only played one part of the series, but it looks really cool. Next game is Cube 2, a puzzler that is kind of akin to games like Portal, and it's really cool. Definitely check this out. I wish it had... it needs an update that fixes some of the performance issues. If you can get it on sale, that's great, but this is a super rare game, so physical probably isn't an option for you unless you want to go on eBay and get scalped. But it will be... I have heard that it's gotten some updates that made it a lot better. Alright, next game is another game that I picked up today. The next few games I actually picked up today because I didn't have them and I just needed to get them. It was a Titan Quest. This is a really cool old school Diablo style dungeon crawler. It's a lot of fun. I heard that it runs very well on the Switch. Obviously I got it today, so I haven't played it, but I played this game a long time ago on PC and loved it. Next game is The Raven Remastered. This is also a game that I picked up today. I hear it's really good, but I haven't played it yet, so we have yet to see. Next game is The Book of Unwritten Tales. This is another game that's kind of akin to The Raven. It's supposed to be a 3D point-and-click adventure. Have not played it yet, but I did play this a while back on Xbox One, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I just never ended up finishing it. But I may end up finishing it now on the Switch because it was really cheap. I picked this up for like $20 at GameStop, so really cool. Next game is Sushi Striker, The Way of the Sushido. I played the demo for this, really enjoyed it, but never picked it up because I didn't feel that I needed to pay $60 or $50 for a puzzler, even though it did have some nicely animated and fully voice acted like cutscenes. But I saw that I could actually pick it up and it was used for, I think, $27. So I said, hey, why not? I don't have it, and they actually had the case and not a generic GameStop case. So this game was a lot of fun. If you can pick it up for around the same price I did, it is a great little game from what I played on the demo. Next game is Origami Shadow Edition. This is a really cool game that I played on Xbox One, but I just picked it up on Switch today. I've heard that it runs kind of iffy on the Switch, but it's a great little stealth game that I think is a little bit underrated. Next game is SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. This is a collection of games that actually SNK has actually been updating, adding more games to, making the value even more worth it. So whether you pick this up new or used, you can still get the updates and just get all these games. It's really fun. Almost every game is two-player because a lot of them are arcade games. So definitely check it out if you're into that. These are really, really cool. There is this one game, this boobified chick on the front. She has a game that has a god-awful soundtrack. Next game is Street Fighter 2 Ultra Final Challengers. This is Street Fighter 2. Next game is Hello Neighbor. It's just like Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, except for it's the first game. It still doesn't run very well, and I wish it was better. Next game is Grip. This is very similar to a game that I absolutely loved when I was younger called Roll Cage. If you haven't played it, definitely give this game a try. It ran like crap when it first came out, and now it runs a lot better, and it's pretty fun. Battle Chasers Night War, I've talked about this game before. I sing its praises quite often, actually, and I really love this game. It's based off of an old 1990s comic book, and it is really, really a lot of fun. Next game is Super Bomberman R. This game is Bomberman. Next game is Rayman Legends. This is a great platformer that you can pick it up pretty cheap nowadays, and it's a lot of fun. It's just, you gotta pick it up cheap, honestly, for it to be worth it, in my opinion, because it's just been out on everything. It came out on 360, and if you can pick it up for 20 bucks, great. That's when I would pick it up. Any higher, and I probably would just wait. Next game is Portal Knights. This is a fantastic crafting game that is a lot of fun, actually. It took me by surprise. It's very akin to like a Diet Dragon Quest Builders, but it has more of a focus on combat. It's a lot of fun, and you can play it with two-player split screen, so if you're looking for a fairly cheap game, you can pick this up for like 25 bucks brand new. Alright, so the next game is Overcooked 2. These games are absolutely great. Overcooked 1 was phenomenal, and Overcooked 2 is even better. They are an amazing party game. I wouldn't play them alone because you will absolutely hate yourself. But with 4 players, it can be an absolute chaotic bag of fun. I mean, it is amazing. Next game is Lumo. This is actually a pretty unique little room-based puzzler, very akin to kind of like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I think it's really cool. It has a nice art style. It's easy to pick up and play. It's not super long, but you can have a decent little time with it, and you can pick this game up for like 20 bucks new. Next game is Mercenary Saga Chronicles. Haven't played it, but I've heard it's pretty good. Next game is Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. This game comes with some pretty cool goodies on the inside, an NES style manual and a sticker sheet behind it. And so that's pretty neat. I really like that. And the game is a lot of fun, pretty much endless replayability. I played this game for God knows how long on the PC. Not as long on the Switch, probably about 40 to 50 hours on Switch, which is still a decent amount of time. Next game is Disgaea 5 Complete, same as Disgaea 1, tons of content, almost too much content, honestly. This game comes with like all the DLC that ever came out, and there's like 40 pieces of DLC for this game. It's insane. Next game is Code of Princess EX, it's a sealed copy. Next game is Hunting Simulator. This is a hunting game. I mean, you can walk around, at least you're not stuck like on the Cabela's games, but interesting little game. Next game is Wonder Boy Dragon's Trap. This is actually a sealed copy that I own. I own 2 copies of this game, but it's a remake of the Master System game, and it's actually a lot of fun. It's really cool to be able to switch between the original game and the new graphics just on the fly. So that's pretty neat. It's a lot of fun, and I mean, it's just like the original Wonder Boy. So I would definitely check this out. Next game is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is the Torna game, so this is kind of like the standalone DLC, and on the inside it actually comes with the season pass, but I had to cover that code up. But a lot of fun actually, and some surprising character development for what was the antagonists inside of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the base game. Next game is Sega Genesis Classics Collection. This is a fantastic set of over 50 classic games. If you enjoyed a Sega Genesis at any point, definitely check this out. A lot of content, very much worth it. You can get it for like 30 bucks brand new. Next game is Moonlighter. This game is phenomenal. Just pick it up. Just pick it up. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Just pick it up. Next game is Penny Punching Princess, a brawler where your health and everything is actually determined based on money. Like, you can actually bribe enemies to become your allies. It's pretty interesting. You can even bribe traps. Next game is Kirby Star Allies, a game that I think is far too easy, but super, super gorgeous. Next game is Owlboy, a game that is also incredibly gorgeous, and you can pick it up for very cheap. I did want the collector's edition, but I actually missed out on it. But a lot of fun and very unique art style with like this like high fidelity retro style aesthetic. You can pick that up for like 20 bucks brand new. It's very much worth it. Dark Souls Remastered. This is pure pain in a box. RBI Baseball 17, same as RBI Baseball 19, but just worse. ARMS. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, a pure masterpiece, and I think it's the best Zelda game that's ever been made. I think it's very hard for me to say that it's better than Ocarina of Time, but I think I personally believe it is. Next game is Rocket League. This is a fantastic game. There's actually an Ultimate Edition out now that I haven't picked up just because, I mean, it's the same game, just with a DLC voucher. But Rocket League, the Ultimate Edition, actually comes with all the DLC, and this game is a lot of fun. The base game actually comes with a pretty neat little art card that you see right there. Oh! Well, it was right there. But the game is super fun, and you should definitely check it out. Alrighty, the next game is Minecraft Story Mode. This is a version of Minecraft that is actually not open world, and you can't craft anything. It's really a point-and-click adventure, but it's Telltale's version of Minecraft, and it's pretty neat. Has a nice little story mode. A lot of people bash on this game way more than I think they should. Next game is Dragon Ball FighterZ. this game is amazing. It's actually a really cool fighter. I wish it had more depth to it. It becomes more of a button mashy fighter than it does based on actual skill, but still really, really cool. Great aesthetic to it. Looks exactly like the anime. Arc System Works did a great job. Next game is South Park Fractured Butthole, a game that I really wish was better than the first one, but I don't think it is. But it's still absolutely amazing, and I think you should definitely check it out if you enjoy the source material that this game derives from. Next game is Deathmark, a not really point and click, but almost like a visual novel style horror game that's a lot of fun. And if I tell you much about it, then you'll actually you'll probably avoid spoilers. So I don't want to do that. I'm dying, guys. I'm dying. Next game is Puyo Puyo Tetris. This game is amazing, and it's just a puzzler, but I really enjoy it. It does actually come with a set of keychains if you get the box that actually is like a cardboard box, and I had that, but for some reason I idiotically threw it away towards the launch of the Switch. Next game is FIFA 19 Championship Edition, and it's a FIFA game. They did do a really good job porting it though. Next game is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. This is a Dynasty Warriors game that's got a skin of Zelda, and it's actually pretty fun. I don't generally like these games, but I actually got into this one. It has a lot more meat on its bones than I expected. Next game is an open copy of Blade Strangers. Next game is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I believe this is a masterclass platformer, and I think it's the best Donkey Kong Country game. It is absolutely great. It's done by Retro Studios that actually did the Metroid Prime games, and I actually think that this game is in a league of its own, and it is really hard if you play it traditionally, but there is a Funky Kong mode that'll make it a lot easier for people that find the game a little too challenging. Next game is Cave Story Plus. This is a great little game that actually kind of came from the homebrew scene. Oh god! It came from the homebrew scene, and it's actually a lot of fun, really great characters, and it has this cool reversible art on the inside of it that actually kind of sneak peeks for future release from them, and it's just a lot of fun. Plus, it comes with a soundtrack and a NES-style manual. Next game is Nintendo Labo Toy-Con Set 1. Next game is Dragon Quest Builders. This is a very addicting builder. I find this way better than Minecraft, and that is like blasphemy to a lot of people, but I think it's a lot of fun. Next game is Snipper Clips Cut It Out Together Plus. This is actually, there's the price on it, but I got this for $22. You can actually get this for like $15 now, but it's a lot of fun, and this game was a launch title that is, I believe, criminally underrated. People do not give this game the credit they should, because I don't hear many people mention it now. I guess because it's a launch title, but it is really fun, and I haven't found many party games that even come close to the joy I had with this game. Yonder, The Cloud Chronicles, an absolutely gorgeous game that it looks like a Zelda game when you first start it up, but there's no combat in it at all. But it is absolutely stunning. You take care of a village, and it is just a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. It's very calming, relaxing. You can chill out. It's like good video game popcorn. The next game is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. This game is really solid, and it's a good fighter. It runs excellent on the Switch. Tons of content. Next game is Xenoblade Chronicles. I actually own two versions of this game. I have the Steelbook Collector's Edition, and I just have the regular version of the game. But I love the Steelbook for this game. Fantastic RPG that is freaking crazy long. I mean, I've heard some people say that it didn't last that long for them, but for me, I've been playing this game. I still go back and play this game, still haven't beaten it. I've put about 250 hours into it. Next game is Tiny Barbarian DX. This is just a sealed copy. This is a great old school platformer that is very akin to these older NES games, and I absolutely love this game. Next game is Arcade Pack. So this is really just a collection of different Namco arcade games like Splatterhouse, Tank Force, Rolling Thunder, Sky Kid, Galaga, Dig Dug, Pac-Man, and Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 Plus, which is the newer game. A lot of fun. You can pick that up for like 15 bucks now. It's really fun used. Next game is Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. If you never played the Lego Marvel Superheroes games, these games are actually a lot of fun. They have a ton of characters that you can play as. This one had a pretty cool approach where it was like the first Lego game where all the different biomes, there weren't levels, they were literally like biomes that you would be able to traverse in this larger open world, and then it would tell the story through that. So pretty cool and a lot of fun. Next game is Pokken Tournament DX. This game is a lot of fun. It's actually a Tekken game with pretty much the skin of Pokemon. Pretty cool, and I wish there were more fighters, but it's actually pretty fun. Next game is Starlink Battle for Atlas, and this game is actually a big surprise for me. I think it's the best Star Fox game, because I know it doesn't say Star Fox on it, but for me, Starlink is a Star Fox game, and I absolutely love it. This game, I do not think people give it as much love as it deserves. I don't use any of the Toys to Life section of it, and I still find it to be an amazing game. Next game is Mario Tennis Aces. It's a tennis game, and it has a really cool story with the Mario cast. Next game is Lego DC Super Villains, and I haven't played it. Alright, then we have the Steelbook for Mario Kart 8. This is actually not a second copy of the game, but it's just a physical thing. Next game is Windjammers. This is a limited run game. This is the one that you can buy from Best Buy. It only costs like $30, brand new. A lot of fun. It's a great Neo Geo classic. Next game is Hotel Transylvania 3. I haven't played it. Next game is Rad Rogers Radical Edition. This is a really cool platformer slash shoot 'em up that kind of feels like a older Duke Nukem game, and it's funny because you can actually play as Duke Nukem inside of this game. It's pretty good. It needs some performance updates because at some points it just gets way too blurry. Next game is Remilore. I did a review on this game. I think it's awesome. Next game is Octopath Traveler. If you liked Final Fantasy VI, you should get this game. It's also just got an amazing soundtrack and a gorgeous art style that's supposed to be this HD 2D, and it is awesome, guys. If you really like JRPGs, give this game a look, especially if you're into Final Fantasy VI. Next game is just a steelbook for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I just thought that was really cool, especially since it comes with the inside right there. I do wish it had 2 cartridge slots so you could have like both games in one case. I mean, they could have like had 1 cartridge here, and then in order to make it where it actually close, put another cartridge mold up here. Even just take this and flip it upside down. That would have worked fairly well. I don't know why they didn't, but still pretty cool steelbook. You can get that from Best Buy right now if you purchase any Pokemon Let's Go game. Next game is Steins Gate. This game is absolutely amazing. It has this great mythology to it, fantastic. It's supposed to be a visual novel game, but it actually presents more of an anime look to it, where everything is animated, full motion video kind of deal with anime. It's pretty awesome. Next game is a sealed copy of Remilore. Next game is Yoku Islands Express, a very underrated pinball action adventure game, and it is really a lot of fun. Beautiful art style. Can be a little frustrating using the pinball mechanics to like traverse your character around the environment sometime, but I really enjoy it anyways, and I found myself just trying to 100% get everything inside of this game as I was going along. You can get that for like 20 bucks brand new. Pretty awesome. Next game is Gunvolt Striker Pack. So this is a really great set of 2 games, and I've talked about it before. If you enjoyed Mega Man X, check this game out. It's a gem. Plus, you can get it for really cheap. Both games are actually on the cartridge this time, and you can get it for like $20 used. Cine Mora EX is the next game, and this game is a fantastic shoot 'em up. I believe is super underrated. It came out back on the 360 and PS3, and I really enjoyed this game. It has a lot of voice acting. It has really deep, almost political-based story mode, while you have this amazing, just gorgeous 3D shoot 'em up. You can get that for like $20 brand new or like $12 used. Next game is an open copy of Tiny Barbarian DX. Really cool. I can actually show you the inserts that it comes with now. It comes with this little pouch that has a keychain on the inside of the Barbarian riding a bee. And then you have a NES style manual. It also has a pretty neat reversible cover art that I actually prefer that reversible cover art. I just haven't flipped it around. But it's really cool, and I really enjoy this game. It can be pretty hard, and it kind of has 4 separate stories inside of it. It's almost got this like episodic kind of way that it tells the story to the game. Next game is the last like standard sized game that I have, and that is Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. If you haven't played this, the Tales games are absolutely awesome. Some of them are better than others, but this game is my favorite Tales game, and I absolutely love it. They ported it to the Switch with so much love and care, and it came out on the 10th anniversary of this game, and I love this game. Definitely check it out, guys. It's, I think you can get it for roughly, I think it's like $30 used, something like that. I've seen it for that price somewhere. I may be wrong. I think on most places it's like 40 bucks, but it's very much worth it. All right, so that completes wow, that is all like just kind of pushing over that way. That's like, that would be an awful avalanche. But that completes the section that is literally just the standard games. Now I'm going to start moving to the collector's editions. I'm not going to stack those all up behind me, guys, but I will be showing you the ones that I have. So the first thing is not technically a collector's edition, but I really love this game and I want to sing its praises. I have the game physically ordered from the limited run collector's edition, but that is Celeste. This is the vinyl soundtrack. And I really love this game. I think this game is better than any 2D Mario game that has ever come out. Any of them. No questions about it for me. Some people very much disagree with me on that, and that is fine. But I don't care. I love this game. This game is amazing. It deals with depression, and it deals with this very serious story that I don't think a lot of people take as seriously as they should, because it delivers a very important message. But guys, that is really a really cool game, and you should definitely check it out. I can't believe it was made by such a small team of like 5 people. But it is phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what they go on to make next. Next game is Starlink Battle for Atlas. This is just the starter pack. I just had to show this because it has the R-Wing, and I think it's pretty awesome. Plus, you can get this game for like $30 new right now, so I mean, why not? Next games are actually Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. These are the Pokeball Plus editions. Of course, I have the standard game for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, but these are just 2 that I wanted to keep sealed. Next game is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is the, like, I don't know, Steelbook edition, I guess is what you would call it. Comes with the controller, a Steelbook, and the standard copy of the game. I really love this game. I mean, it is by far, personally, the best Smash Brothers I think they've made so far. and it is really amazing. I haven't opened this because I own the game digitally because I bought the console bundle kit for that. I own all but one of the console bundles for the Nintendo Switch, but I really, really love this game, guys, so definitely check it out. Next game is Golf Story, the Collector's Edition. This is from Limited Run. I'm doing an unboxing of this really soon, and it's just a big old Collector's Edition for that game because, like I said, I really love this game. Next game is the Limited Run Collector's Edition of Night Trap. I haven't opened it, but luckily it came with a second copy of the game that you could actually open and play. And it's really cool. I enjoy this a lot. I think this is an awesome little box to have. And like I said, it's not a great game, but it's a unique piece of Nintendo history right here. The fact that it actually released on here, so I had to get it. This also comes with a VHS, and that's kind of unique. All right, so the next game is Toki, the Retro Lector Edition. So this is a really cool game. It's not actually the Sega Genesis game or the NES game, but it's kind of a mix of both of the gameplay styles, and it's a really cool game, gorgeous little art style, and it's a lot of fun. This version actually comes with a little arcade cabinet that you can build, and I really just enjoy it. It has a lot of really cool things inside of it. Next thing is the Moonlighter Signature Edition. This is really cool. I love all the Signature Edition games. I actually just ordered a ton of games from them because I really like these boxes. Every box is symmetrical, so every version, like Collector's Edition, that you get from them is going to be the exact same size, and they're just packaged really nicely, and these will look amazing on a shelf. And the next one is actually just the Steins Gate game. This is the limited edition for that game, and it really bugs me that I had like the top of it kind of little bit of a crush right there. But again, this is an amazing game. It's not the greatest limited edition ever, honestly, but it's pretty hard to get, and I think it's really cool. Next game is Valkyria Chronicles 4. This is the Memoirs from Battle Edition. This comes with a statue with the tank and everything on it, and it's just really cool. I absolutely love it. I just love it. And it comes with a steelbook, I believe, and it's just a lot of fun. Like I said, this game is really cool. If you haven't checked out the series, they actually just put the first one on the eShop not too long ago, and that one's really cheap. It's like 20 bucks for download. They don't have a physical release for it, but you can play that, then check this one out. Next game is Sonic Mania. So this is the one that comes with the statue of Sonic that makes an amazing little intro sound. The old Sega Genesis boot up from Sonic where it would just go Sega, and I think it's awesome, guys. This statue is actually, I own 3 of these because I love them so very much. The other 2 are not here with me. They're actually over at my parents' place. But I really love this game, guys. If you haven't checked it out, it is the best Sonic game that's ever been released, in my opinion. It has an amazing set of boss fights. I love it so much. Generally, I don't actually beat a lot of Sonic games unless I just tell myself, oh, I'm going to beat this and I'm going to enjoy every minute of it, which I know I don't usually on most of the Sonic 2D games. I enjoy them for a little bit and then I tend to put them down. This one, I enjoyed every single moment of it. Definitely check it out. Next game is actually Sonic Mania. So this is Sonic Mania Plus. This is the only physical release they had for Sonic Mania, and I love it because it has a reversible art that comes inside of this Genesis case, and it's really a lot of fun, and I absolutely love this game. Like I said, I love it with everything I got. I have technically four copies of this game, so I mean, it's a lot of fun. This version also comes with a cool little art book inside of this slip case. So, really cool. Definitely check this game out, guys. I can't sing its praises enough. Next game is Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. This is a really cool game, and I haven't brought myself to open this version, but I do own it digitally. Really interesting art style, and the name kind of tells you all you really need to allude to for the story. I don't want to delve into that, it could be spoilery. But really cool game, you should definitely check this out. And you can still get this edition on Amazon for $30. Totally worth it. Next game is the Octopath Traveler Wayfarers Edition. This is just a sealed copy that I have. This is actually the second Wayfarers Edition that I have. And unfortunately it has like a little crack right there in the little slipcase. But either way, I love this game, guys. I think this game is freaking amazing. You should definitely check it out. And this is a really cool collector's edition. Alright, guys. So we are finally at the very end. And the final thing that I have to show you that's a game, again, I'm not going over any of my systems or any of my Joy-Cons or Pro controllers. Just so you know, I have every Joy-Con variant, every Pro controller variant. Minus the one Switch bundle that I don't own, which I will try to get shortly. But, yeah, guys, it is Outlast 1 and 2 Collector's Edition. I love this thing. I think it's beautiful. Comes in like this nice leather-bound, like clamshell style box. Comes with both games in separate cases because there were 2 separate physical releases. And this is from Limited Run. It is awesome, guys. I really like this thing. I like it more than I thought I would. If you like horror games, guys, check these games out. These games are awesome and they run great. And they have some of the best graphics I've seen the Switch push out so far. So definitely check that game out, guys. And that is it. Quick thing, guys. I am about to wrap up, but I just realized I forgot 2 things out of the video. And that is actually, I had 2 copies of the Hollow Knight plush edition, and I ordered the collector's edition from Fangamer that they just announced with a physical cartridge. These only have digital downloads, but I think this plush is really awesome. And I actually own 3 of these, but the 3rd one is actually at my parents' place. Next one is Mercenary Kings and the Flint Hook dual pack from Limited Run. So I think this is really cool. There's like this little sleeve that comes on it. And it is Flint Hook on the back and then Mercenary Kings on the front. It's 2 separate games, but it comes with a dual case that will hold both cartridges. Like I think certain people like Nintendo could learn from making these dual cases. But yeah, that is all of the physical releases that I own, guys. And yeah, so let's get back to the closeout. Well, with that being said, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video, and let me know what you thought in the comments below. If there's any games that you're looking to collect on the Nintendo Switch, or hey, if you have a larger collection than mine, let me know. I mean, I would love to see people's collections. Put like an Imgur shot down below, and I'll click it, and I'd love to browse through and see what you got. I'm not missing a ton of the US physical releases. I'm missing like, I think in total 5 or 6. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think, guys. And I will catch you next time on the Switch Report. See you next time.